Hello my friends, it's Saturday, the sun is shining. I'm here in the A studio that I'm right now trying to reconstruct and figure out how to change it. I got plenty of space available. I'm just not quite sure what to do with it. I have an idea, but I don't know if it's like the best, most epic possible idea. So if any one of you has a suggestion what to do with this huge studio, the huge speakers, and how to turn it into a kind of creative studio as much as possible and being as far as possible away from like a traditional studio, but still be able to produce quality music in here, let me know in the comments, like any suggestion, any equipment I should get. I mean, Black Friday is coming up, so it's definitely the best time to get something new, epic, to make this place like just something different I can work in. And while the A studio is being reconstructed, the B studio is getting all of the nice tech. So now downstairs we got the Eve speakers, the white speakers by Audio Optimum. I just need to plug in the amp for the speakers and the nice cables to make this entire setup work again.
My secrets, I lock up and keep them. My secrets, too dangerous to give away.
This finally looks so much cleaner. We got the big speakers, because to be honest, the A5X ones by Adam, I like them as like a BC kind of speaker setup. But for electronic dance music, they just don't have enough like bass. It's really good to check vocals, but I think they're a little wasted here on this desk, just being used to check vocals. I will probably get one of these cubes, but there's like one more last thing I need to fix here in the studio, and that is actually like the cables, because that's a mess, but I already got a solution for it. This right here, that's a new sound card with 8 ins, 8 outs by Arturia, and there is like a twist to it why I got this one, because like that's what makes it so epic, because it's expanding actually the sound card I already have. This right here is the audio fuse. I really like it because you have like all of the buttons on there, and it's a monitor controller plus a sound card. You got 2 ins, you got 2 headphone outs, you got an A and B speaker setup, which is really handy, phantom power, phase invert, pad, instrument, and you can control everything on the machine, plus the talkback mic. The talkback mic is a little bit noisy, to be honest, but it's just to talk with the singer-songwriters right there in the vocal booth, and for that, it's pretty okay. But the big downside for this studio at least is we got all of the outboard gear that needs to be connected, and we got here in the vocal booth a lot of cables actually running through the other studio, because the day we built it I thought like let's get like the most cables possible, because that's why it's future proof and we don't have to go through the wall again. So I got here 16 ins and outs for microphones, headphones, like the headphones are connected. We got here the mic connected, so everything goes through. And it all ends right behind the desk. This really big, thick cable. And these are all of the connections, but there is no way to connect all of them to the sound card, because it's just like 2 ins, 2 outs. Which is fine for like a small project studio, but I think this is already like one higher with the vocal booth and all of the outboard gear. So I thought about just getting a new sound card, but then I would lose all of the functionality of the monitor controller, which I absolutely love. And Arturia just came out with this one right here, which is in itself a sound card, so you can just use it as a single unit. You got your 8 ins and outs, you can control them separately and like turn on. Let's maybe just plug it in really quick. That's a lot better. So you have the phantom power, pad, instrument, and phase, all controllable on the unit, so you don't need software for that. I don't know why I hate these controllers that have like no possibility to dial the things in on the machine itself and you have to use software. I mean, there is software additionally to it where you can go in more like depth and set up things you don't need that much or so often, but everything you need regularly is here on the front. You got your mute, Q, main in, headphone control, speaker control, and you can even change, this is actually really rare to have on the front, from 44.1 to 96. For me, the last one is the most important, where you can switch the mode between USB and ADAT. USB works as you're known to. ADAT is like extra special. Let me show you. So all we need is an optical cable. Plug it into ADAT out 1. Take the other end. By the way, I love that they're like these optical cables. They look so cool. That's the future, guys. And then we just plug it into ADAT in on the audio fuse. And that's it. Now the audio fuse with like the 2 channels got 8 more, 10 in total, which will be fine for me because I will never record more than like 4 or 5 things at once. And I still got some spare ones to run it through the outboard gear, maybe plug in some synthesizers, and I'm already all set up, and I still have the unit on the desk to control everything. This one will just go into the rack, and I think now in software I just have to tell it once. Or maybe just this one works. I think I have to like, let me check. Now let's see if it works. I open up the software. I just click here on digital in to change it to ADAT. And it needs to reboot. Okay, let's do that really quick. And now we've pretty much extended the sound card from like input 1 and 2 to ADAT 1 to 8. And these control the ones here on the machine. It doesn't need any other connection. That's just it. Just that one digital audio cable. And now I can pretty much get rid of this entire mess. Put it all behind the rack where it belongs, into this one. And this way, in the most easiest, cheapest way possible, extended my existing sound card. So if you own one of them, or if you want to start making music, get the small one, and you can anytime expand it, and this way have a monitor controller plus 8 more channels. So that's pretty much it. Now that the setup is all running again, it's about time to make some music. There are still some album songs I need to finish. All done with making music. Another album song almost finished, like just maybe 4 or 5 more hours and it's done. By the way, the sound card also comes with really nice cables. I don't know why, but I love these ones. And there's like additional stuff. That's the next thing I will have to do, where you can decide to rack mount it or put like feet underneath to have it on your table, but I will definitely put it in the rack, but I need to readjust the entire rack to make room for it, and that's probably something for another day. Now it's actually time, since it's Saturday and I'm already wearing like my running stuff, to just go out for a nice run. An hour, trying my first K in under 1 hour. Wish me a whole lot of luck. That's nothing I need to share here on this channel. It's not a running channel. It's all about my life as a DJ and producer, making music, DJing, and yeah, sometimes some gear. So if you're interested to check it out, I'll link it down below. We'll see us tomorrow back again, another episode here in the studio.
I could change it all, pull the trigger, but I don't need to. I'll wrap a chain around